That's right. Another quality. I'm gonna do something different tonight. I set up another little camera angle-y kind of deal there. You can see my workbench, and I figured I don't have any goodie boxes to open up, so I'm going to yes, I've already started it. I'm going to I've been texting. I got a couple people I'm texting here, and a huge shout out to GC. GC, I nicknamed him Juiceman. So this for Juiceman. This actually these cars you see in front of me here, these here belong to the Juiceman, and he wanted me to. He asked me if I could drill one and screw it for him, and so I just decided I'm going to do them all and do it all on camera here while I chit chat and all that. So let's get started. I like to use wax. It's dry wax. I usually have my little heater thing going, and but dry wax works, so that's cool. No problem. The bit number 50 drill bit. That is the number. There's numbers. There's letters, and then the fractional size drill bits. So this happens to be a number bit, number 50, and I will drill that to a depth of 3/16 of an inch. So we'll see how this goes. If you can follow along here, I gotta have my glasses so I don't drill through my finger. And you'll probably be hearing the phone going ping pong about every 30 seconds, but that's all right. So 3/16 of an inch. Remember, clean your bit. Well, this is El Camino 80. Is it an 80 El Camino? 1980 Elco. I got two of these here. And yes, sir. I've been getting some comments. Guys saying that I'm a fraud, that I don't do my own customs. Say Matchbox hearse here. I don't do my own customs. I'm a fraud. I've never made. I don't know how to drill cars, and I don't know how to do anything anymore. So this is just to show you the guys that I still got skills. They call me Skilligan. All right, I got nicknamed Skilligan back in the day. So we're gonna screw these. We're gonna prepare these for. I'm gonna prepare these cars for screws, and then GC's gonna customize them and paint them and whatnot. He's gonna make a series of cars that he owned, so that's kind of cool. There you go. 7/30 is that bit. So you just want to take the. You can see it or not. It's hard doing it for the camera because I got to do it at a funky angle. The plastic bases are a little tricky because sometimes you gotta dig into the base and make a mess. These have metal bases, so these are a breeze. Looks like I got some activity on Juicemans Motors. I posted a few new cars on there, so you'll be hearing those going off too. The little pinging and whatnot. I put my drill bits away. I actually have two different drills here, so I don't have to switch the bits, so that makes it easy. So there you go. I guess I really don't have to disassemble them. I'm just going to put them back together with screws. I guess I should make sure they come apart though, huh? Right, buddy? Right, buddy? What, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wheel came loose. There it goes. Where's my tap? As usual, I'm not prepared. I start the video, and then I don't have all my stuff prepared. So we're going to screw this tap in. See, it's just a nut. It's a 3/8 nut, and then I just JB welded it. So you don't, you don't need some big contraption because you don't want to. It's like half a turn and back it off, half a turn and back it off. So you cut in threads, and then when you back it off, you actually, the thread that you cut, you actually break it off into the hole so you don't ball up your tap. You know what I mean? Right there, and then you clean your tap off because it gets all kinds of stuff on there. See, this is where old toothbrushes come in handy. See? And then dip a little waxy, put a little waxy. Kind of actually run the tap into the hole you drilled, and then it comes out with the wax on it, and you're good to go. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, so another shout out to Randy Bach. He sent me a goodie box. He was kind enough to send me a goodie box with some customs. And then Randy, I don't know if you're on Instagram or not, but there's a bunch of, I've been posting pictures of your customs on there, man. People are digging them. So you might want to get on Instagram and maybe show off some of your work, man, because there's people out there digging on it. A couple of the deals that you did for me, Randy, I fixed them. They kind of got messed up in transit, so I just took the liberty to kind of do some repair work on them. The front cab of that 53 or whatever it was, I dug it just the way it is. You had some kind of a box bed on the back of it, but I dug just the cab, so I put it on blocks and stuck it in my boneyard. But I featured it on my Instagram page, so you can check it out. People are digging it. Everybody's saying, "Hey, man, nice customs you did." They're not me, man. I didn't do them. Oh, Randy did them. So thanks again, buddy. They're a hit. So yeah, I mean, this tap, I've had this tap now probably 2 years since I've had to get a new tap. So yeah, you shouldn't have to break them if you use the wax. I like the wax because it's dry and it just cleans off. If you use like oil, then it gets on the paint and whatnot and fingerprints and everything, and so it creates a whole nother issue. So the wax just works that good. And it's nothing special. It's just those little tea lights, those little funky tea lights. So you can go buy a bag of tea lights at Walmart, and buy them for your wife. Say, "Oh, honey, I got you these tea lights to put in the bathroom, so we can have some ambience, in the bedroom or the kitchen or the garage or whatever. Have a little ambience, your little romantic mood." And then what you can do is just take one of the tea lights and just sneak it off, stick that in your pocket, run it out to your Hot Wheels shop, and then you've got wax for days for your Hot Wheels. Little tip, little romance tip from your buddy Juicemans. Hey, I didn't finish drilling this one out. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm going to put a screw in it. I haven't even drilled out the rivet. What a dork. I wonder why my phone's not pinging. It was going off like crazy. It was going crazy like crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with my phone. Anyway, yeah, so that's where we're at. So I've been tinkering around here a little bit at the bench. Not a whole lot. I want to get back to it. Just got so much to do, man. There's just so much to do around here, around the Crazy Man workshop, the Crazy Man compound. Building a fence extension now. I'll have to show that to you in my next video when I'm outside. Adding about 2 feet to my wall to keep the vermin out. I keep stealing my recyclables. California is becoming a wasteland, actually. You guys haven't been to California or whatever. You're probably figuring that we're all a bunch of nutcases, but not all of us here in California are insane. But the government and the people in charge of the state, they're insane. Yeah. Yeah, so see, these cars will come apart. All right, so we're going to use, and the tap, by the way, 256, tap 256. And these are 256 button head screws, and they are 3/16 of an inch long. These happen to be stainless steel, but you can get them in black. But I prefer the stainless steel. And when you put them, you get them in there, it looks almost just like the rivet, right? I'll show you here when I get this one in. Come on now, come on now. There you go. Okay. See, it looks like the rivet. The rivet. It's not really a rivet. They call them rivets. It's actually a post that's swedged. So how can I explain that? A swedge. It's like this. It's like the well, I guess it would be like the old rivets they used to build the bridges with, right? So you'd push the rivet through the hole, and then the guy on the other side of the rivet would beat on it with an air hammer and mushroom it out. So that's basically what they're doing here. But it's the post is part of the car. You know what I mean? The post. So yeah, there's one. All right. Tiny little screws. So you got to be careful with them. They'll go flying across the shop floor. The other thing, I don't think I tapped that one deep enough. Uh-oh, I didn't tap it deep enough. I either didn't tap it deep enough or I didn't drill a hole deep enough. What did I do here? Let me find out. I'm not paying attention. So you can go back through and, even though you started the threads, you can go back through and make it deeper if you need to. My little, I've got a little spacer on my drill bit to kind of acts as a depth gauge, and it's kind of out of whack. I got to fix it, so I'm kind of guesstimating my depth now. A little eyeball engineering here. So yeah. Yeah, so you guys, if you guys, like, you're like, oh gee, California's a wonderful place. It's pretty much a wasteland. Yeah, it's pretty much a wasteland. Everybody's all walking around in a pot-induced stupor. It's crazy. They're letting all the criminals out and whatnot. It's fantastic. It's great entertainment, but and the taxes. They increased the gas tax, right? So they're going to charge more money for gas, right, to fix the roads. You know what they're going to do? They're going to put in bicycle. They're going to take out road lanes and put in bicycle lanes. That's what we're going to do with our tax money. That's fantastic, isn't it? Bunch of knuckleheads. But I digress. What does that mean, I digress? Did I already tap that, didn't I? I did. I'm going to retap it again. So, yeah. I don't know. What else can I talk about? Oh, there's this, have you guys seen this new Matchbox deal here? This little gizmo, what is this thing called? This is called a RSQ-18. What does that mean? Tank. It's a tank? Where's the gun? I don't know. It looks like some kind of a snow rescue thing or something. I don't see no tank. Anyway, I harvested the track off another one. So the plan is to do something with it. Here, I'll show you what I'm doing. I'll show you. We'll do something here. What are we going to do? I don't know. What are we going to do here? Just ramble, right? Ramble. Oops. Okay. Well, that just fell apart. So here's the idea, right? So you're going to take an El Camino and put tracks on it. And put a sweet, right? So that's the idea, is to create some kind of crate. Oh, look at this. So this El Camino, they didn't, normally they'll take and bend these tangs over to mash the wheels in place, right? But they didn't do that on this one. And look at this. See this right here? See this, all this right here? This is for those torsion bar springs, like on the original red lines. What the heck? That's pretty interesting. I wonder what, huh. I never noticed that before. Of course, I've never had one of these apart, so there you have it. Oop, put the front ones on the back. Here's the front, that's the back. Yeah, what the heck's up with that? That's kind of interesting. Right? I know, right? And they got these dumb yellow windows. What's up with that? Alright, so we'll put this back together. Put that together. Oh, I put the bed thing in wrong. Okay, like that. Yeah. Okay. Now we can put a screw in it. But anyway, that's what I do with the tracks. Make tracked vehicles. Kind of cool. You know, because you can pick up those tag things for 98 cents or whatever. I mean, because it's a cheap hobby. If you allow it to be, it's a cheap hobby. But when you start getting crazy, buying all kinds of expensive cars, and it's no longer cheap. So there you go. I think I got screws in them all, right? Right, buddy? Yeah. So the Allen's wrench, it also is number 50. The size is number 50. So I'm going to have to find a, if you go to, I don't know whether Craftsman, there's a Craftsman. I got a couple of these. See, I don't know if you can see it or not. Zero, can you see it? Can you see it? 0.50. Anyway, that's the size, 0.50. So, buddy, I gotta find you a. There's a pingy. There's a pingies. I gotta find you a Allen wrench to send along with those cars for Mr. JC, Mr. Juiceman. Yes, sir, Bob. I don't know what else I got. That was the plan. Oh, how many minutes are we on this thing yet? Can I tell? We're at 18 minutes. Holy cow! You guys remember this? Should I do this in another video? You guys remember this car? It was all the air car that I didn't realize till I cracked it. And then I bought this one. All right. So let's go ahead and do it. So aceton, right? We're gonna crack this open. We're gonna do a big no-no. We're gonna do a big no-no. So these little bottles, if you guys have a shoot, what's it called? The beauty supply store. They're everywhere. Oh man, I just drew a blank. The beauty supply store. Anyway, this is for hair color. Hair coloring dye. They're great for this kind of stuff. So here we go. A little acetone, right? Let it soak in for a bit. Got that? See? Flop the car out of there. And in fact, I'm going to put it in backwards, so it'll be a double air, right? So then I will use these little clamps that I made, right? Like that. And I got a couple more clamps here. I can use this one. And this one. So once the acetone dries, because the glue's still active, it'll be back in the package. You'll never know anybody messed with it, except I did it on camera, and then you can rat me out. So there you go. Because actually I wanted one of these cars to play with, right? And the error car I couldn't fix because it's all mangled. So there you go. A little helpful tip, buddy Poochman. That is a pretty car. I like that color. I'm not digging the red interior. What do you guys think of those wheels? I saw somebody, this one's got some like flashing on it or something. I saw somebody painted the center of it. It really looks sharp. But these wheels remind me of the rally wheels, the Mopar rally wheels. I like them. I like them a lot. But that's a fine little Nova. Fine. I guess that's it. I'm going to split. I got stuff to do. So I'll talk to you later. And just remember, next time you decide to